Muito bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite para você que está acompanhando aí o Papo Paralelo. Eu sou o Caio, hoje eu venho aqui trazendo para você o Papo Retto, que é um quadro nosso aqui que a gente troca uma ideia mais direta, mais leve e também mais profunda com os gigantes do Psytrance. E hoje a gente recebe uma lenda viva do Psytrance, ele que nasceu na Alemanha e ajuda a escrever a história do Psytrance no mundo inteiro. Seja bem-vindo, Boris!
Nice to see you, man.
Hey, thank you so much. Great.
It's
Great
a pleasure.
to have me here.
Para começar, você aí é muito conhecido por amplificar o Psytrance no mundo aí, né? E também tem a harpa, né? Que todo mundo conhece você como sendo o dono aí da Laser Harp. Mas eu queria começar lá na sua infância. Qual a sua lembrança mais forte da música eletrônica? O que te trouxe, assim, essa paixão da música eletrônica?
I'm born in the early 70s, in a time where there were no computers and no internet and no electronic music. So my first experience with music was basically rock music and handmade music, which never really got me. And then in the beginning of the 80s, like when the first electronic bands like Depeche Mode or Soft Cell came out, this was the first time I got really hooked into music, basically. Yeah. And then, like, not far after that, the first House Sound of Chicago records came out. And by that time, I decided to rather not go to school, but spend my time in the record shop and then getting all the new releases. And so that was basically the beginning of techno and everything we know today. I mean, the House Sound of Chicago was really a starting point where the first time you had the 4-on-the-floor beat, and by that time I was fully hooked already. And then the development went on. We had like then the first big acid techno, it was acid house it was called, yeah, where everyone went walking around with a smiley. This was the end of the 80s. And yeah, by the time I was already completely into techno, and then the first trance music came, and that I digged even more. So yeah, by that time my life was already completely dedicated to electronic music, and I also started buying a few synthesizers and trying to teach myself
to know about that.
Yeah, exactly.
And how old are you in that time?
Well, I mean, I'm born 71, so I started making productions by age of 15. But it took me a long time because we didn't have like YouTube channels and any kinds of, support. There wasn't even books about this, so I had to learn it all myself. And it took some time. Yeah.
No começo não existia o YouTube, o computador. O pessoal hoje fala que tem muitos plugins para os produtores, né? E você no começo você fazia com 5 equipamentos ali e até um Atari, né, que você usava para poder produzir. Como que era esse desafio de produzir tão rusticamente assim?
Well, like I said already in the beginning, it was very hard to get the skills and to learn how to put sounds together. Also, it was very expensive because you needed one piece of equipment for every sound. So you needed to, like pay an equivalent of a small car to be able to make a production. And then it was very hard to find one good sound. There was just a number of synthesizers, and
it's very difficult.
It was very limited.
Very limited.
But it was also good in a way because limitations sometimes can also make things easier. Because now in these days you have a zillion of plugins and you have unlimited amounts of sounds, but to find a good one in that huge amount, I find similar difficult as it was in the beginning. So now you have a
Today you have a lot, but finding one perfect, it's very difficult.
But in general, and to start making music today, you just need a good laptop and some good speakers, a good room, and you can start making top-level productions. So that's definitely easy on that end.
Nós falamos no seu começo, nos anos 90, como que era essa divisão de vertentes? Você já falava que era full on, era mais techno? Como que era para você nesse começo?
So, as I already said, I really was into acid house. And after acid house, the first like proper techno tracks came out on vinyl. Also, the first trance music releases came out. And in a way, that was something I absolutely loved. And then in 1991, a friend of mine told me, let's go to a party. And we went to a festival, and it was actually the first WOOF experience, which was the very first Psytrance festival ever. So for some magic reasons, and thanks to my friend that took me there, I was at the first psytrance. It wasn't psytrance. It wasn't even a genre in those days. Actually, it was just a bunch of traveling hippies with their buses that came from all over Europe to Hamburg and had a big party there. And the music they played was actually the melodic B-sides from the techno releases of those days.
It's like a B-side of techno.
Exactly, yeah. And also the first trancey kind of releases. So basically, the hippies that made that party, they came from India and spent most of their time in Goa. And this is why this festival kind of was called the Goa party.
Because they came off.
Yes, but in the beginning they played actually melodic techno and the first trance, like proper trance releases. And this was in Goa they had some of these parties before. But the first proper festival was the WOOF Experience 1991 near Hamburg. And from this, I think everything evolved that we see now today, which I find still absolutely mind-blowing to see what came out of this.
Oh, nice, nice. And do you remember the name of a friend who showed you the WOOF Experience?
Yes, his name is River.
River?
Yes.
Oh, okay, nice. Como que você vê essa evolução da psicodelia, a diferença entre 1994 e 2026?
Well, the scene is kind of so big and has so many varieties, so many subgenres. We have like from the progressive to the most crazy high-tech nighttime super fast music. There's actually different scenes in there already. So it's not so hard. It's not so easy to pin it really down. I mean, a real Goa psychedelic event was always something which I found needed a very protected space where people felt safe, where they could really like express themselves, where everybody is taken care of, where the women are treated with respect,
yes, of course.
Where each and everyone is treating everyone with respect. So this is for me essential for this kind of events. And yeah, now, I mean, you have like crazy, huge commercial events which don't have that much of a psychedelic feeling, for example. But I mean, like Mundo de Oz, just what I played a few days ago.
It's awesome.
Wow. I've been a few months ago, I've been in Australia, where they had like a doof party, they call it there.
Doof party.
Yeah, it's like it was on a private property, 700 people and protected space. And I still get goosebumps when I think about this, because this is the real, for me, the essence of the psytrance scene, of the psychedelic experience. And it's still fully alive. Absolutely.
I can even imagine how good are these events.
Yes.
You talk about now.
Exactly.
700 people.
Yeah.
It's very respectful,
Absolutely.
Right?
Beautiful.
Nice one. Você começou lá nos anos 90 e muitos artistas, eles ficam presos no passado, mas você, como o Electric Universe, você continua soando atual e tudo mais. Como que você faz para se manter, né, nessa atualidade?
That's a good question. I mean, being an artist is an interesting situation. And in a way, it's always about reinventing myself and also, I get bored very easy. So, finding ways to reinvent myself. I mean, the best inspiration you can find is a good party. So, if I've been really on a good party and enjoying it, being on the dance floor and dancing myself, that was always the most important moments where I could find new inspiration and reinvent myself. But at the same time, it's also, living a healthy life and having good friends, having family, having a life set up that kind of enables me to tell stories and always come fresh and new. Yeah.
You find something like this in music in others, like rock or pop. Do you find something new in these ones?
Absolutely. One of the things that's really inspiring me is Indian music. Yeah, also Indian classical music. And especially ragas, I love
ragas.
It's a meditation music from India, but it uses exactly the same scales, like music scales we enjoy very much in the psytrance. So there's a relation to this also. What is also really nice, what I found, that the melodies and the scales of the ragas are very similar to my music.
Nice.
And
nice.
actually in India, they use it also, I mean, they say it has healing potential, this music. And I really love that because I think also psytrance has healing potential, actually.
Nice, nice. Let me just talk a little about the techno. You say earlier, today you have a lot of support of the other DJs, like Charlotte or even one. Can you talk about this?
Yes,
the support about the others DJs in techno.
Yeah, I mean, this is something also which I could never imagine happening one day. For me, it was like around the year 2000, I started to get a bit bored from always producing the same Goa trance style. And then I made a record where I tried to make a fusion of techno and psychedelic music. It's Jupiter 8000 is the project. And for me, this was actually, trying to make something like psy-techno 25 years ago. So, but in those times, it was impossible to cross the genres. So that album was too psy for the techno, and it was too techno for the psy in a way. Also, like to see, for example, the limitation of the speed. Like if you want to go to more commercial places, all the years it was impossible to go higher than like 138 BPM. And all these things, they kind of blown away the last couple of years. I mean, right now, the hard techno is the biggest and most successful genre of all. Unthinkable, like a few years ago, that this intense, fast music would be like the big thing. And at the same time now, these so many really super big techno artists like I Hate Models, Sarah Landry, Charlotte de Witte, they all play my music. I mean, actually, Charlotte de Witte, like the last Tomorrowland, she was the first woman that opened and closed the festival on a Friday night. And the last track she played, her closing track, was Calling for Peace on the main floor at Tomorrowland.
Oh, nice.
And I mean, this is like so amazing to see because like everything is kind of mixing up now. And I really hope that they kind of also present that genre in a way that, people really look into this and it gets more exposure and it's not just part of that techno scene. But in general, I'm very grateful for what these women do, also the men, of course. And it's incredible times at the moment.
It's nice. This cross version, it's very nice. It's very
Absolutely.
nice. I was there in Tomorrowland here in Brazil.
Yeah, right.
When she closed the Sundays.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. She's awesome.
Yeah.
I love the sound.
Absolutely. I also think still like the psytrance rhythm section is still the most powerful we have. And I think also this is why when some techno DJs just after playing some techno music, they put on one psytrance track, all of a sudden the production and the kick and bass is like, wow, there. And this is, people notice. I mean, and you see the reaction. I think that's one of the reasons also why they more and more look into our genre. I think our kick and bass is the best, the cleanest, the fattest, and the most exciting to dance with.
Excited, right? I saw the crowd reaction. It's awesome. They are not related to sound like psytrance. They always heard techno. And then when one music of psytrance came, they explode.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nice.
It's very nice.
Eu queria falar um pouco da sua harpa laser, your laser harp. Como que é para você mexer assim no drop? Como que é para você mexer na música?
A couple of years ago, I was booked from a Berlin art company that do big art events and stage performances with cutting edge technology. And part of my job was actually to make sound design for their laser harp. So this is where I for the first time saw it. And I was really like, wow. Because I tried many things already to make stage performances. I went with keyboards, synthesizer, did live sets more like this. But very fast I realized that basically only the first row of people see that you are doing something there, and the rest of the people don't even care. And the laser harp is just so visual and so
big.
It's big also. I mean, it goes to the moon basically if you don't have a roof. You know?
Don't see the finish when you look up.
So that was something, and also playing it is really exciting. I mean, it's something I've never done before. So I was playing around with that a bit, and then on some point decided, okay, we bring it on a psytrance stage, and the the response was just so overwhelming. I mean, like the first video we put on my Facebook page got like 10 million views organic. It went completely viral. So we knew people really love to see that, you know. And then, yeah, I mean, just going on a stage and playing music from a USB is exciting, but going there in front of a crowd and playing a live instrument where also a lot of stuff can go wrong, actually. It's a very sensitive thing, and it's also complex technology behind that. Yeah, it's very exciting, and I think there's not many things in my life that brought me more outside of my comfort zone. That.
It's very new, no?
And at the same time, it's just so rewarding. I mean, it's amazing to connect with the people and really create sounds live like that. So yeah, it's a real adventure.
In our conversation before, you say the beginning of the laser, it's what a PlayStation camera, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, I love this. It's very different, you know?
Yeah, like I said, the company that invented this specific harp, there are some bunch of freaks that do amazing things, and they basically use this Sony PlayStation camera. It's the one that you have from these, you know, it needs to be a fast camera with fast signal processing. And then they just developed a software that kind of translates when they see something is in the beam into a MIDI note. So basically it's a MIDI controller. And that makes it possible that I can play any synthesizer or any sampled sound with a laser. Exactly, yeah.
E agora voltando aqui, você fez várias parcerias na sua vida, né? Tanto com Rajahan, com Avalon, Space Tribe. Como que é pra você estar com esse pessoal que também é uma lenda, assim como você, né, no estúdio? O que você aprendeu com eles?
Well, the biggest lesson I learned from these collaborations is definitely that you can create something bigger together than on your own. So the sum of the parts will make something bigger than you can do on your own. And what I also really enjoy on collaborations is that you don't need to reinvent yourself all the time, because as we spoke before, to keep yourself fresh, it's work, and it's kind of something you constantly need to evolve. But when you go into a collaboration situation, basically you bring your best sounds and the other one brings their best sounds or their skills in terms of vocals or anything, and actually something can come out of this that you wouldn't be able to do alone. And I also find it many times much more easy than being only myself in the studio.
You think it's more easy, né? When you're together, when you're in the studio.
And it can be super fun also, of course. Huh? Yeah.
I think you didn't see the time passing, right?
Exactly.
When you are with them.
This is the most crazy thing in the studio. Time passes like, it's annoying. You need to go sleeping and eating and all these things in between, because the hours go like 10 hours. Oof.
I imagine.
Yeah.
E você tem outros projetos de techno, de chill out, né, que são os Blending Glade e o Galaxy, alright? O que você pode dizer que você aprende com essas outras vertentes, né, para você poder trazer pro Electric Universe?
Yes, I mean, there's so much variety of styles and possibilities, and if I would only do psytrance every day, it's boring on some point. It's always the same. And again, as we spoke before, to keep myself fresh, and it's actually very rewarding to play with other genres. And I mean, I love electronic music in general, so I made like 3 records with meditation music. No beats at all, just, you know, soundscapes. And then I did several like chill out records under the name Galaxy. The meditation music is actually under the name Gabon. I also made one very successful record under Boris Blen. It's called Berlin Future House. And that's a mixture of downbeat, housey, lounge style. And also, playing with techno and trying out playing with the different genres and have a break from the psytrance. And that actually also helps me a lot then after some time to go back and really enjoy the full-on psychedelic again and more.
You mix something of the techno in the psytrance and the chill out. You mix everything. It's awesome. It's awesome. Quando você toca aqui no Brasil, o pessoal aqui, o público, ele é muito caloroso, né? Ele é muito agitado. Você se prepara de alguma maneira diferente quando você toca aqui no Brasil?
Well, I bring my best tracks, and I love to bring the newest ones also. And I mean, what I really love, Brazil, I would say, if you look at the world, Brazil is half of the psytrance worldwide. And the crowd here and also the level of the events is outstanding. And it's always amazing to come here. Sometimes we have 3 gigs in one weekend. I mean, this is no other places you can have that. So the best preparation is sleep well before, come good energized, you know,
Nice.
go enough to the gym and
To be prepared.
exactly to prepare physically. And then, yeah, it's just, it's the most rewarding thing to play for the Brazilian crowds. I really love the Brazilian. It's amazing. I mean, also the feedback, the energy they give, also on the social media, they are so active and there's so much love and appreciation coming. I mean, that's the moment where you really know why you're doing all this hard work. Yeah.
You see the people, right? It's very very warm. It's
Absolutely.
Very warm.
Yeah.
And we are talking about the Brazil, and we will play here at the Sonora with our 2 projects, Elect Universe and Outside of the Universe, right?
Yes.
What can you say to us you are expecting for this party, Sonora?
So first of all, I must say the Laser Harp performance last year at Sonora was one of the most incredible things I've ever experienced in my life.
We was there. We was there.
This was something different. Yeah, absolutely amazing. So yeah, it's a very special event. It's one of the best crowds in the world, and for sure for the next edition we're gonna prepare some very special sets for both of the projects. I have a really great studio time ahead of me right now, and I'm super excited. I have some great new concepts for tracks, and I can't wait to put them into the computer, and Sonora will be one of the places to bring some really new stuff.
Nice. I see you have something different about the Sonora. You play your laser, right?
Yeah.
And the crowd is very awesome.
Absolutely.
I really love that.
Wow.
It's awesome. E falando do Brasil, teve alguma coisa diferente que você viu quando você, por exemplo, você viu o público do Brasil e você teve algum clique para tocar diferente? Alguma coisa que você viu, no Brasil isso vai funcionar melhor? Teve alguma coisa assim que você viu depois que você começou a tocar aqui?
Yes, there is definitely one.
There's something.
Basically, in around the year 2010, I had a couple of years where basically I did not feel so inspired for the psytrance.
In 2010?
Yeah, it was between 2005 2010. There was a few years. Also, I became a father. I had a son, which took a lot of energy. And then I was at Universo Paralelo in, I think, 2011 or 12 it was. And I stayed there for nearly the whole festival in a tent between 2 sound systems in the heat. I mean, everybody who's been there knows what I'm talking about. And I heard a couple of DJ sets there that completely brought my love and excitement for the psytrance back.
Nice,
and actually that moment really remarked a big milestone of the comeback I had, that because that moment kind of completely refired my excitement, and my career has a complete. I had a big comeback actually after, and this was Brazil. This was Universo Paralelo. Thanks to Swaroop and the whole family.
This happened there.
Yeah, it's happened there, and I always have this in my heart. It's because dancing there, and it's really like after 2-3 days you getting into a parallel universe. There's no phone reception. You are far away from civilization. Everything. You have this beautiful, amazing place with the beach and the coconut trees, and then after a few days, time and space is kind of dissolving. The old life is forgotten, and you're just present in the moment and there with the people on the dance floor, and
you are living that. You are living only that.
Exactly.
So exists Electric Universe before and one after this one.
Yes.
Universe Paralelo.
Yes. You can really say that. Because, I mean, after that Universo, I actually created the Journeys into Outer Space album, which was already a huge success and really brought me back to the main stages everywhere also.
Your comeback.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. And and then...
And then we are here today with your energy and everything.
Exactly.
Now, just to close, eu queria fazer uma pergunta diferente. Tá? Se o Boris não tivesse conhecido a música eletrônica lá em 91, o que você acha que o Boris seria hoje? Você acha que ele seria um advogado? Seria alguma coisa assim diferente?
Well, music was my first love and it will be my last. I don't know.
You never think about it.
This is what comes up here. It's really hard to say because my whole life is about music.
Your breath,
everything.
music.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was always like that. I've never been a very visual person, or other art forms never really got me. And music is still as exciting as the first day. So,
So it's very hard to think in something parallel universe, right?
Absolutely.
When you are other person, right?
Yeah. I think I might have gone into some, I don't know, environmental stuff or some kind of alternative energies and kind of being supportive for the planet in its evolution. But I think we do this at the Psytrance events. I mean, the Psytrance events are really, for me, if there's a hope for this planet, if there's a hope for the future of humanity, the way we come together at the Psytrance events is what it should be. I think we are a shining example that people come together, thousands of people, in peace, in respect and appreciation for each other. And I think this is what the world needs more than ever right now, and I really hope people get more into this and we have a beautiful, peaceful and joyful future for all of us.
Nice. I will ask you if you have some messages, something different to say to our crowd or the Brazil or the world, but you already said something very nice.
Yeah.
We have to go more to the Psytrance parties and have this blur.
Absolutely.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's it. If you have something to say to us, you can speak now. It's the finish.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I want to say big thanks to the whole Brazilian Psytrance community. I love you all so much. I appreciate so much. You brought so much good into my life. Also the promoters that do an amazing job, all the people that work there, and I hope we have a lot of good events coming in the future.
We really love this, right? It's very different. So that's it. É isso, galera. Muito obrigado aí, valeu demais.
Muito obrigado.
Muito obrigado, Boris. Espero te ver novamente aí nas pistas. I really hope to see you again at the parties and the crowd and like everything. Tocando pra caramba, playing a lot. And that's it. Muito obrigado aí, galera. Valeu. Esse foi o Papo Reto, tá? Fique aí, curta, compartilhe, se inscreva aí no nosso canal, tá? Deixe seu comentário e manda para aquele seu amigo que vai adorar conhecer a história aí do Boris, tá bom? Então é isso. Valeu, galera. Fechou. É nóis. Valeu.
Super.
Valeu, Boris. Thank you very much.